Alright, what's going on, everybody? So the first thing you want to do is get to Google Drive. So come over here, Google Drive. Then you want to choose New, More, Google Drawings. And for this keychain, you want it to be not too big, so we're going to restrict the size of this. So over here, come over to File, Page Setup, and let's change the size right here to a custom size. Change it to 2 inches wide and 2 inches high, and press apply. And now come over here where it says untitled drawing and go ahead and type in keychain, and then put your name as well. So just put your last name. So I'd put keychain Echeverria. Okay. Now the first thing you want to think about is the shape of your keychain. So let's say, for example, I wanted to do a shark, right? And you can do whatever you want, really. Just think about that. Something that would look kind of fun as a shape. So here's a good shark right here. So once you find the one you want, it doesn't matter if it's blurry or anything, by the way, because we're just going to cut this out. But I'm going to take and I'm going to drag this into here. You can also drag it to your desktop and then over here. But either way, you want it in here. You may have to resize it if you need to. Just kind of resize. Alright, now I want the outline of this shark. So the way you do that is you come over here to select line and you want to use the polyline. Okay. Now I'm going to go around and select this shark. So I'm just going to start right here. Now I found it much easier if you zoom in. Okay. So I would really encourage you to zoom in because you may run into the problem where you do this. So let's say I'm clicking and I'm going around. I'm trying to make the selection all the way around and I accidentally click in about the same spot. It will do this. It will stop selecting. It will say, oh, you're done going around, when I really wasn't. You want to try to get this all in one shot. Okay. And I'll explain why later, but I'm going to delete that. So I'd really encourage you to come over here to the zoom tool, and if you zoom into 200%, it actually goes out because it's a 2x2 square. So the best way to zoom in is to hold down on a Mac, and it tells you right here what it's Command, Option, and then the plus or minus sign. So like this, Command, Option on my keyboard, holding it down, and I press the plus button. And I can zoom in as much as I want. Okay? I'm actually going to zoom in quite a bit like that. Even though I can't see the whole thing, that's okay. I can just use my mouse wheel to scroll over if I need to, or I can use these things to move it over. But I'm going to go back to polyline, and I'm going to basically work my way around just clicking every once in a while. Okay, it's not going to be perfect, but try not to click in the same spot twice. I'm going to go kind of quick here so that you're not stuck watching me do this forever. And I'm just going to click, and I'm just scrolling my mouse wheel, by the way. And if you can't scroll your mouse wheel, you can also just pull this over, and it will still work. So just kind of move your way around the shark. Trying to hurry here. Try not to click in the same spot, otherwise you got to start over. Anyway, as you work your way around, you don't need to worry about every little detail, right? Just kind of get the main point of what you're trying to do. Let's see. Thanks for being patient here. Just stay with me a little bit longer. I'll have this done. I'm going kind of quick now. Alright. Be cool if I get all the detail of of those teeth. You could do that if you wanted to. It's going to cut out on some wood and it gets really fine detail. But anyway, you'll notice when I come right back to this point, it actually wants to kind of snap See how it's wanting to go to that? Once you click here again, it will connect the lines, and you'll see it's not the greatest detail. Like even if I did put those teeth in, it may not even show up. So it's kind of just a general outline. I'm going to zoom back out, Command Option minus, and there's my shark. Okay. Now here's the rule with doing it on a laser cutter. You want to basically have 3 colors by the time you're done. So first of all, I want to change the shape of this to all one color. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm just going to pick any color. It doesn't matter. You can go with red or whatever, but you also need to change the border color to be the same. So these need to match. So there's my outline of my shark. You can actually take that picture, by the way, and just move it out of the way. Just get rid of it. Actually, you need to. Just move it off to the side. I don't want that in there. Okay. Now I want to put I'm going to put a hole right here where the eye is. That's where my keychain hole is going to go. So I'm going to go to Shapes, and I want it to be its own separate color. So I'm going to change that to yellow. Okay, so these are 2 different colors now. I have red for the outline. I have yellow for anything that I want cut out. Like this will take the laser and actually cut all the way through the wood, cut that out. And it will also cut the outline of this out as well. So there's one color, here's one color, and the third color is anything you want engraved. So I'm going to go to here to insert and add word art. Word art's a really easy way to add text. I could use a text box, but word art is just a fast, quick, easy way. So I'm going to type in, how about I just type shark? We'll do all caps, shark. And maybe change the font because it's kind of ugly, right? I want something fun. I don't know. Shark. And I'm going to change the color of this to be the third color. So do not yellow, not red, do something completely different. I'll go with pink. And remember, these need to match whatever you do. So I have 3 colors here. The nice thing about word art is you can kind of just pull and shrink and stretch. So here's how this is going to look. It's going to cut out the shark. It's going to cut out the hole from my keychain hole. And it looks like an eyeball, kind of fun. And then it's going to engrave this word shark right on the side of my keychain. Okay, it's not going to cut through, it's just going to be on the side of it. So that is an example of that. I'm just going to jump over to a couple other examples. So right here is one that my student made. Has a skull here, that's one color. A hole, that's another color. And anything he wants engraved is the third color. Let's say that he wanted the eyeballs to be cut out, right? He would come over here and change those to yellow. And so now the eyeballs would be cut out, not engraved. But I'm going to change that back for him. And here's another example over here. You can also, you don't have to get rid of the picture. Like I showed you, you can pull it to the side. You can actually make it where it will actually engrave all of these details of all of this whole tiger here if you want. So let me show you how to do that. Let me move this shark back. Okay, you want to make this transparent, this shark transparent. So I'm going to come over here and say be transparent. Keep the line red though, okay? Because it's gonna cut around the line. But now it's going to engrave all the details of the shark if you want. It's just kind of your preference. Just so you know, it doesn't look the greatest when it gets engraved with a picture. It looks okay. So if you're hoping it'll look perfect, it'll look okay. So that's why some people prefer just to have it completely solid fill. Okay, if you do it solid, that's fine. If you do it solid, make sure you move the picture out of the way. And if you're not doing solid, if you're doing the shark where it's the details, just leave it in just like that. So this is actually done as well. So if I have this color, the whole, I have the outline, and this. So 3 different colors. Anyway, that is completely done. And here is how you turn it in.